Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another episode of 7 Days to Die here from the Epic Film Guys. I am Nick, of course, and man, do I have a lot of stuff that I've got to show you guys. I'm also trying out some new recording settings today, so let's hope that they decide to work well. Trying out some of the advanced features in OBS, and hopefully I can get them to work properly. So we're at the entrance of the castle here. And I've got so much stuff to show you guys. Yeah, this thing is already, like, just tiptoeing. It's so... The V-lag is so real. So real. I think we actually might reset. I really should fix that door one of these days. Alright, so like I said, I've got so much to show you guys. So one thing that I've decided to do in the game is I'm going to stick with the same Windows scheme that I already started in the Keep. And that's where I have the ramp going here, and then I have the upside down ramp here, and then I have the business class panes. And I like that look because it puts the windows basically 3 and 4 blocks high respectively. So when I'm running through the corridors here, you can't see me, but if I still want to get in the window and look at stuff, I just got to jump up on the ramp and look out. So I like that, so I'm definitely going to do that. This is going to be kind of a custom window job here. I'm not sure. I almost, to be 100% honest, want to take the vault door out. Because I don't need it to be 100%. Actually, I'm going to take the vault door out. Let me zip through this here for you. Done and done. Alright. That's one of the, a very early feature of the castle, just kind of going by the wayside there. I love it. I absolutely love it. Let me go out here and look at something. It's kind of late at night to be out in the city. You'll see I've got some windows on here. And I kind of... Yeah, I kind of like that. I kind of like that because that one will match up with that part of that. I unfortunately can't match the configuration because of the way the drawbridge is, but that's okay. I'm not too concerned with it. But yeah, like I said, I want to expand out the walls here and do the windows that I have in the Keep. Now, I'm hopeful, I'm very hopeful that the game does not continue to try to troll me. And unfortunately, I think when I had the great character reset happen, when my power supply died, of course, you know, my days reset back to day 1, and my character got reset back to level 1. Even though I kept the map, but I think that the player-placed blocks, I think that that data is saved as part of your character, because there have been 2 opportunities now. Yeah, 2 incidents, I should say, where zombies have spawned inside the castle grounds. And I was in here working on the table, and you can see I got some chairs around the center table here. I want to discuss this a little more in a moment. But essentially, I was placing some of these chairs, and all of a sudden, I get whacked by something. I'm like, what the hell? And it's a full zombie just upright and walking. Weird as hell. And I just kind of wrote it off as a fluke. I was like, oh, maybe, I don't know, maybe I left the door open even though I didn't. Or whatever. But then I was downstairs in the workshop, and you'll see I've actually got a vault door on the hatch there. Then this is the reason why I put this here. But then I heard zombies trying to break into something, or zombies bashing at something. And I figured, okay, they're out in the moat somewhere doing some damage to something. And I come up, and there's 2 zombies beating the shit out of this poor pillar here. And they had knocked quite a few blocks off of it. I'm glad I got up here when I did, because they were through 3 of the 4 blocks. There was only 1 left for the entire support. And, well, I don't want any other bad things to happen there. So yeah, I think that the replacing the ground, because I had over 100 days on this castle build from where I had replaced the entire ground and never saw a zombie over here, ever. And now it's happened twice since my character reset. And the problem is, once you get to the day 7 and then you keep going progressively, like stuff starts spawning more and more and you start to see more zombies more frequently. And I'm worried that what's going to happen is I'm going to get like a whole horde spawned in here or something. And this is flagstone. This shit is not meant to withstand zombie blows. It's the entire reason I built the castle with this design, with the moat for separation, because I didn't want to have to deal with this. And now, unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to deal with it. So that's another reason I need to push to get the castle done as quickly as possible. So let me just show you guys. This is going to take a lot of time. I've got so much stuff to show you. But I, first of all, got 2 ladders here. And this is because I did this in the keep, and I'll show you in the keep in just a moment. So I got 2 ladders. I added one to the other side just for, you know, the sake of symmetry. Sorry, JC, I do love my symmetry, even though asymmetry is also beauty. I do agree with you in some respects. Please check out JC's channel on YouTube. Fantastic Days to Die videos and streams. So I added, and you see the keep style windows are up here. So now I can see out, sort of, at night. And let's head upstairs. Oh, there's another upstairs. I decided, for whatever reason, to just add another little hut on top of the main entrance here. And see, I got vault doors. I've got vault doors over everything because I'm trying to make sure if zombies do spawn in here, I want to limit their movements as much as possible. So I'll do what I can there. But yep, just a little structure here. I don't even think I'm going to build roof access for this. At least I haven't built any yet, but I don't know where I would even put it if I did, to be 100% honest. So I'm not too worried about that. And dun, 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 let's look at the full glory of the castle keep. And I'll actually get rid of the HUD here. And you can see, and we'll discuss that little object there over to your left in just a moment. But the keep is the tallest part of the actual castle structure. It's got 4 stories, as you can see, topping off up there. And if you saw the last video, my day 3 video, you see what a pain in the ass getting this wall in was. This top piece, not a single problem. Went in like a dream. Nothing fell, nothing collapsed. Everything was absolutely 100% perfect. So yep, so that's some of the work I've got done here. Let's head back downstairs. Oh, gotta turn the HUD back on. I think you can. It's funny that you can do some stuff without the HUD, but you can't interact with things. It's kind of annoying. All right, so we'll continue work on this a little bit later. I want to show you guys a lot of stuff. All right, so now this is my radio tower. So I decided, well, hey, it's the zombie apocalypse, and I've built this nice, beautiful safe haven with all sorts of luxuries, like the swimming pool. And what I want to do is I want to share it with my fellow survivors. So I decided to build this radio communication tower. You see I got some trussing bar ramps there connecting into that. And I used up most of my reinforced steel, but I thought it would look really cool if I did it instead of just the reinforced steel, or instead of, excuse me, just the forged steel look. I thought it would look really, really good as that kind of chrome metallic that you get. So I decided to upgrade that with that. And this is actually the tallest thing in the castle. And kind of get a better look at it from back here. And once it's daylight, you'll be able to see it even better. But this is actually just concrete pillar 50. And I did that all the way down through. And unfortunately, I had to cheat the construction a little bit because there's no trussing corners. There's only trussing ramps and trussing blocks. So right here, you can see how it's darker there. And then up here as well. Those are concrete full corners. And then I, of course, upgraded those all the way into the reinforced steel as well. And then that's where I built the rest of that structure on. Not too many issues in terms of structural stability. I did have one instance on the very top portion where part of it collapsed because I hadn't anchored it into the main pillar there. But other than that, yeah, absolutely, absolutely fantastic. Absolutely love it. So let me show you what else I got going over here. I love that I left this kind of open. I did have a block here, and you see this is just a white adobe ramp. Yeah, it's the full corner, the full adobe corner, actually. I used to have another whole thing of trussing blocks on top of concrete right here. I actually got rid of it. I think it looks better with just these two here. All right, so you see I made this all... I got to turn this off. I made this all into the adobe white. And we just planted some trees out here in front of the guardhouse. Got my little boxes going here, and then I filled up the rest of the pathway, all with the white adobe plates here. I decided to add another doorway that leads out into this walkway right underneath the second floor walkway here. I didn't mimic this on the other side, though, because the garden is on the other side, and I don't really think it needs it. I just want, this is going to be like the one feature that's different on this side of the castle versus the other one. And I've got to open up these hallways. You see, I took all the torches out of here, except for the ones around the doorways. I took the torches I used to have over the arrow slits out of here. It's not that I don't like the arrow slits, but I just don't think, when you're looking at the castle from a little further away, it looks featureless. It doesn't look like there's anything different about it. And you can see I'm still at work on all this stuff in here. So let me head out into the courtyard proper. See if any fun zombies find me. A lot of wandering hordes have been coming through lately. So essentially, I don't know, this was an eternity ago that I decided to start this, and I just now finished it. But I've got this sidewalk here. This is the concrete block for the moat that's underneath this. So now this entire sidewalk goes all the way around the entire perimeter of the castle, 2 blocks deep. I've still got to do some landscaping work out in front of the castle. But let me show you guys this. I know I've talked about this in a number of different videos. And I'm actually not getting too much V-lag. I turned the camera off this time because I wanted to see how the recording would go. Like I said, I tripped over some of the advanced features, and I wanted to kind of see how things would go with some of the advanced features. But booyah! Here we go. The back of the castle. I planted a whole bunch of trees back here. I've got a ton of stuff set up back here. 2 full doorways, and boom. All these windows. I got to turn the lights off. And most of the castle, I don't need to use my mining helmet now, which is nice. But yeah, we got all these windows in here, and then I decided to add this one big picture window right in the middle here. This is right under the walkway. Absolutely gorgeous. Tons of torches in here, fully lit up. And like I said, this is just the back of the castle now, the back of the courtyard. So now it's actually got some features back there. It's not just blank. This is actually the most complete section now. I absolutely love this. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. Got those trees planted out back. Decided to just add this little splotchy thing here, like somebody just poured a little bit of a sidewalk to get to the doorway there. And let's head over here. I don't know if there's anything else over here I got to show you. Aside from some trees I cut down because I was out of wood and I needed to finish doing the boxes for the ones in front here, so I just cut these 2 trees back here down and replanted them. All right, now let's take a look at the keep structure. Now, if you remember in the last video, I had actually shortened the table considerably, and I put some supports in here that I then removed. So I did re-extend the table back out to where it was originally. I built all these chairs and stuck all these chairs in here, put them all around it. And this is something that you're going to notice as I get up into further floors, is these supports that are coming down right in the middle of the table. I decided to just add 2 supports for extra stability's sake, all the way up through all the floors of the keep. So you'll see those as we go up. I repositioned all of these chandeliers over the table, and I repositioned the plants on the tables as well. And then you'll notice this little decorative thing here. This is actually concrete pole that I decided to run parallel along the ceiling, and there's a reason why I did this. I'll show you when we get to the next floor. But I just think it adds a little bit of kind of texture to it. It makes it look more developed. It's not just all flagstone, just flat flagstone all the way around. There's still more stuff I want to do with this floor. This is going to be kind of our main hall, main conference room. This is where we have great banquets. So I think I want to do like a little bit of a mini kitchen up here, something like that. All right, so let's head up to the second floor. And the first thing you're going to notice, no more stupid ladders. They're gone. I got rid of the stupid ladders on the outside, and I moved them. That's why I built these pillars, because the ladders for here, they go all the way up to the top. So this is now how you access all the rest of the floors in the keep, is these centralized ladders. I think this is fantastic. And then I added some more of the chandeliers up here. A ton more torches. You can see how brightly lit this is. This is night. It's midnight, and I don't have my mining helmet on. It's so bright in here. I love it. All right, now, you'll remember in the day 203 video, day 3 video, that I built that whole kind of separate false doorway here, and I was going to make this little entryway doorway here. I didn't like that. I don't like it taking up all the room in here. I want this to have a nice open floor plan. And you remember I did some wood poles over here? Well, I decided to replace that with concrete, and I ran that all the way across. And then what I did was I just built this nifty little thing here. This is just flagstone ramps, and this is a concrete support, and this is the block right here that was falling in whenever I stepped on it or whenever I did whatever. Just adding this here, no problems. Everything is perfectly fine. And then I wanted to continue with the concrete pole motif, so I ran those all the way down to here. And I did this over here as well, even though I didn't need it, and ran that there. And I think that looks really, really awesome. So let's head upstairs. All right. Welcome to the sleeping quarters. All right, so we've got 12 beds up here, and we've got 12 nightstands up here, and I got a bunch of pictures that I pilfered from the apartment buildings. And basically, it continued the concrete motif here along the ceiling. And yeah, this is basically where we have guests in the castle, or whenever we have some fellow survivors here to help us fend off the hordes, this is where they can get their rest and everything of that nature. So let's go ahead and head up to the final floor. And this is it. There's nothing else up here just yet. I haven't figured out what I want to do with this floor. This I actually decided to build like right inside because of the way the supports go. This is the support block like right here. And I decided to just build it just like this. Oh, I did put some pictures up here apparently. And yeah, and then we can also go to the very, very tip top. Again, continued the concrete motif along the ceiling. Like I said, I just love it. I think it adds just a little bit of additional texture to it. And so we'll close that. And now we do need to turn this on. And there we go. Now we are up on top of the actual castle keep. And I look at the entrance. I think the entrance looks so much better. You'll see I actually added those torches down to my left and my right there onto the second part of it. I'm actually going to add a huge picture window, I think, right there above where that doorway is. And that's actually a nice screenshot we'll take just right there. Absolutely perfect. All right. And now I'm not done yet, guys. I've got so much more to show you before we get back to work here. And actually, I can show you the apartment building too if I get time. I've actually stripped half of it now, I think. And by strip, I mean strip. I'm literally going through and everything. Beds, chairs, tables, all of the electronics and lighting, and all of the like sofas and everything like that, ripping every single bit of it out of the apartment building. I mean, you just don't need it. There's no point for it to be there. A16's coming probably within a month or so, so there's not any reason for me to even have the nonsense. And you know, I just needed, especially the electronics, because I needed a lot of additional lights. And you'll notice, as we descend here, you'll notice some lights. And what I did was I actually dug another vertical chamber right over on the other side of this. So this is where that block is. And so I dug a vertical chamber right here, all the way down. And then I just made through it and placed lights every 4 blocks on the inside. And this is the result. You get a nice lit up descent here. Because the funny thing is when you descend down into there, and you'll see in a moment here, but all of the lighting is in the lower area of the keep now. But it was weird whenever you would descend through this, and it's actually still a little dark right here, but that's fine. This would be completely pitch black before you get down into the actual keep itself, and I didn't like that. All right, so here we go. We've got one light here. I actually removed the ramps that were here and added some just ramp corners. And put one light there. All right, and you notice I've got signs everywhere. And this is just for people that are visiting, so they know what is what and where everything is. But we'll just kind of work around things here. You've seen the dining room. I don't think I added anything in here, did I? No, I still got to figure out something I want to put in this corner. I think just a beverage cooler maybe, or something of that nature. I'm not 100% sure. All right, but you'll notice I put some workstations in here, some monitoring stations where we can pop up some video stuff here, and we can watch some videos while we're sitting here waiting.
There's only one thing that Dr. Tran wears at all times. That's the trusty pneumatic nail gun,
very
hot
cool.
glued to his left hand.
All right, and just got a little cooler here. We'll put some beers in there or something like that. People want to relax at the workstations. I added a bunch of these tables and plants all over the place, and there's a big, big sign. Welcome to the Keep. And there's our little workshop note. You see it, like I said, I've got all my lighting in. Head out to the main entrance here. Got another workstation right here, another monitoring station. We can watch some more videos from here.
I don't have a... Oh, no!
Which he fires every 0.5 seconds.
Super, super cool. All right, and then this goes out to the tunnels. And then I even added signs out here. 2 apartments that way, and then to Arctic Pit that way, and added the little decorative plant there. And then I've got some lockers here. These I actually decided to put my challenges and my treasure maps in. All right, now the garage. I've added a few features in the garage. We've got gas pumps now for our gas. I've had these in the decorations box for a while and just never used them. And then I actually decided to move all my automotive stuff out here to the garage. So there we go. Mini bike garage is, and actually it looks a lot better now. And actually, there's used to have 1 light running down the center. I actually widened that out and did 2. I had actually closed this off. There was a wall here, and I didn't like it. There was a wall, yeah, it ran from that block over into this block. I didn't like it because when you come down this thing, I had to move around to get into the doorway to get to the workshop, and I didn't like that. So I was like, screw that. We're not going to deal with that nonsense. All right, so now we head into the crew lounge, and you can see this is where all the lockers are for when you want to store your gear, and 2 desks here, and we can also monitor what's going on in the apocalypse outside.
It's your lucky day, fucker! Get out of the way!
Here. All right, and actually I stuck my water fountain in here. You can get a little drink, throw your trash away, and then we, of course, have the sign that leads into the panic room. Someone on YouTube actually mentioned that you can stick the lights behind when you stick those little circular lights. When you rotate them and you place them like where they would normally be sitting on a wall, they actually kind of clip into the wall. And because this lamp is here, it just looks like that's on now, and it's really not. And I added more lights in the panic room. It was a little dark in here. Didn't do too much else in here. And this is the armory. I actually moved the explosives into the armory, and I just built 2 wood boxes here to sit on top and below that. And I actually think I have just some random extra armor pieces or equipment pieces. Like I can't scrap leather stuff because I still haven't taken that perk. So that stuff is in there. All right, and let's head into the med bay where I finally moved all my health stuff into the med bay, guys. Finally. After an eternity. So now all my healing stuff is here in the medical room. And we can head into here. Now, this is one thing that made me insanely mad. My bed, it would not let me place it flush against the wall. So I decided to just build these little brick ramps to put behind it. And I don't think it looks too terribly bad. But basically what I did was all those beds I built upstairs, I had to build all those first. And then I had to tear the bed that I had in here out. Because if you remember, after the character reset, of course I had to build a bedroll. And it erased my bed information, so it didn't even think I had a bed anyway. So I placed that bedroll. The bedroll was just in here on the floor. I got rid of that. I built all those other beds. Then I rebuilt this one. So now this is my home bed once again. And we got some gems from, I don't know, something. I can't remember what. And all my money. And the bathroom's still not a lot different in here. I think I added I just added lights to this. Actually, it didn't have lights at all. And I just added a little potted plant. The trader still does not have what I need to build this. Another one of those counter pieces. Added another one of these decorative tables in here. Didn't do much. Oh, no, there's 2. All right, and then into the kitchen, I also added one of them in here. Funniest thing, you need a book to make that sign. Silly as shit. I actually cannot make that sign because I don't have the book to actually do it. And I'm going to put my tea over here. I've been drinking a lot of this tea because the red tea gives you wellness where regular water doesn't. So I've just been trying every little thing that I can do to get my wellness up as quickly as possible. Actually, I got to get these perks up. I have been blowing through all my food, but I got to remember that I have that perk where it makes your hunger degrade way, way slower. And once you have the full amount of that perk, you don't get hungry or thirsty nearly as often. And I still need sinks for my center island. The trader does not like to update his inventory. I believe that's it for the tour here, except for the workshop. And you see finally, and I know somebody had to have been frustrated watching all my videos, where every other room in the basement of the keep would be lit except for the workshop. So I finally actually added a row of lights going through here. And you'll remember, and I actually added a little video monitor just above these forges here. So, hey, if we want to watch some videos, boom, go ahead and pop them on. But yeah, if you remember, I had my forges burning when the stream crashed and my power supply died. So the forges actually glitched out to where they had like an infinite number of wood in them, which would normally have been fine, and I would normally have kept them that way. But unfortunately, they wouldn't smelt new materials into them. They would only smelt materials out. So I didn't have any way of replenishing what was already in them. So basically, and you'll see here, I'm already level 54. It's insane how quickly you can gain levels because I already have all this gear. I already have all this equipment. So I can essentially take all this stuff and I just keep making tools over and over and over and over again. And I keep doing miscellaneous crafting to where I just gain tons and tons and tons of levels because I already had all these resources. I didn't have to waste the time to go collect them all. So, I mean, normally on day 12, you would not be level 54. You wouldn't even probably be half that. You know, and I have just so many levels that I've gained and so many different perks that I've taken. But I finally got steel smithing back. I got to take the other 2 levels of it eventually, maybe. I've got concrete mixing back and everything. So what I finally did was once I got concrete mixing and steel smithing back, I went through here. I made as much forged steel as I possibly could and emptied out all the forges, ripped all of them out, and then replaced them. So now I've got a bunch of stuff burning. Well, not burning right now, but I've got a bunch of stuff all replaced in the forges here. And like I said, I got rid of the explosives, moved those out, and I took the automotive out. So I decided to spread this out because this box was getting to be a little bit of a cluster. So I spread this out. This is all just decorative in here now. And I actually moved tools up to here. This is non-mechanical tools. And I got a stone axe at 600. This is from the result of just making stone axes over and over and over again to just try to push up my... Actually, I don't need the shovel, yeah. To just push up my level for toolsmithing. And I just kept combining them in the workstation over and over as I made them. You know what I don't need? I don't need that. I actually built these to make a chandelier that I actually didn't end up making because it didn't fit where I wanted to make it. And actually, I can get rid of these seeds. I think I'll keep the wood for now. I do still have some white plates. I didn't think I did. Lots of stone because I've been just chewing away at all my flagstone around here. And one thing, I can't show you right now because it's dark out and I don't feel like going outside at night, but I'm also out of raw or scrap iron. And that's because I'm almost done with the moat as well. I had, I don't know, 15,000, something in that neighborhood. So I used literally almost all of it. And made as many spikes as I could and upgraded them. I think I've got like half of a corridor to finish in the moat. And then the whole thing is done full of spikes all the way around. So, really, really excited about that. Let's see, I've got 18 torches still. And then, yeah, I moved. This is where the explosives box was. This is my mechanical tools and just miscellaneous stuff. Like I got a beaker, cooking pot, anvil, some calipers I found at Working Stiff Tools, things of that nature. And sorted everything out. So just kind of... alleviated some of the clutter that was especially in this box. This box was just crazy. There was almost every single square was filled in it because it was so nuts, and then you couldn't even find anything in that. I'm a very organized person. You can kind of tell that from looking at what I do in the game. And I know some people, when they play this game, they're very much dump and go. They just love to just throw shit in the box and go. I am exactly the opposite of that. I can't do that. It drives me absolutely nuts. I have to sort stuff out, and I have to arrange stuff. And I think it just makes it much, much easier. Hey, if I want clay, I know it's in the clay box. You know, and I just have that memory where I remember, okay, the clay is at the top, the rebar frames are at the bottom, etc. Right, so that's the workstation. I think, is that it? I think that's finally it. So I think I finally showed you guys everything that I needed to show you here. So let's head back upstairs. We're going to continue our work on the actual castle. No zombies. Oh, I thought I saw one over there. I built that chair and I saw the leg of that chair or something. I was like, is that a zombie? No, it's not. Alright. Actually, I don't know why I didn't ditch those cobblestone frames. I don't need them anymore. I was replacing the, flagstone from the doorway when I ripped it open and replacing some of the other pieces that I needed. I might need these for something. I'm not sure what, though. Alright, we need ramps. And we need business class. Don't think I need the stairs for anything, but you never know. It's kind of sad to have the... I could move that, but then that would require a lot of work to move that. And we're gonna embrace JC's philosophy of asymmetry on that, because the fact of the matter is this is an even number of blocks and the front face of this is odd numbered. I can't center this. There's no way I can do that. That's why the door was here in the first place. So it is what it is. I'm not that concerned with it. All right, so let's go ahead and just start popping some ramps in here. This is going to be absolutely gorgeous. It's going to make the castle really pop, I think, because now it's going to have like actual features to the walls of it. Like I said, the arrow slits, unless you're right up on the castle, you can't even tell they're there. And it just doesn't look as good. I'm sorry, I just don't think it does. I mean, the arrow slits are one of the oldest features in the castle. I mean, they go back to the earliest days of me actually building up the castle, because I decided that that's what I wanted to try to put in here, was those arrow slits, and they just don't look all that good, unfortunately. Why don't I have more windows in this wall here? Oh, that's right, because I just got a bunch of random stuff hanging on it. Yeah, we won't worry about that. And then, yeah, these will also... I mean, I remember just... I've lamented this fact in videos numerous times that I just don't know what I'm going to do with these window holes. And, yeah, I mean, building all those windows in the keep, I was just like, you know what? I might as well just leave all this stuff in uniform. I might as well just make it kind of a uniform experience visually. The castle, for the most part, guys, is done. I mean, structurally, I finished the courtyard. There's nothing else I can really... I mean, there's a tiny little space here underneath the walkway where I guess I could build something if I really wanted to. I could put, like, something in here. But what's the point? Just leave this nice and open. There's no reason not to have just kind of a nice open space. This green and this red are an amazing contrast that looks absolutely beautiful. I absolutely love that. I think this looks absolutely great. And like I said, I love this. I need to turn... I have the reflectivity. I have my video settings down quite a bit just because I'm trying to get the recording stuff as perfected as I possibly can. But I need to turn a reflection on so this will look even better. But I absolutely love that. I think as far as structure is concerned, I think the castle structure is done. I just don't think it needs any more. I actually should add some more trees here. How wide is this? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because I actually found out over here, trees can be 3 blocks apart. There's only 3 spaces in between these 2 trees here, and those 2 trees there. There's only 3 blocks there, so I could actually add another tree to the courtyard. I think I will do that just for the sake of, you know, visual aesthetic. And of course, I would get rid of the seeds. At least I still have the gravel, I guess. I hate that I have this extra step now, but I'd rather have this hatch here just in case any zombies do keep spawning inside and, you know, causing me grief. Why do I have my... I'm so used to having that mining helmet on that it's weird for me to have all this light everywhere, because lighting is usually one of the last things I end up building. What did I need? Oh, seeds. I think I need, like... And, you know, I've got to move 2 of those holes anyway, so I don't really know why I was all that concerned with it. I'm going to get trees when I chop down the trees. Anyway. If my videos have a constant feature, it's the fact that I constantly do a lot of backtracking, a lot of revisits into the workshop, things of that nature. So, yeah, we'll move this right over. Because let's see, this is what? How many spaces are between this? Yeah, there's only 3 spaces between that anyway. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, yeah, that's because I have a huge amount of space between that. But that doesn't have to be the same as this. So, yeah. 1, 2, 3. I hate that it's elevated because there's a plate there. 1, 2, 3, boom. All right, and then let's see, 1, 2, 3, boom. Yep, so I actually would move this tree over 1 block, and then let's see, 1, 2, 3. I could, if I really wanted to, I could plant another tree right along the wall. The problem is it's going to clip through the wall if I do that, and it's not going to look good. So we're not going to bother with that. We'll leave the courtyard with just the. Oh, I was going to say, do I have my axe? I do indeed. Boom. We'll get this guy out of here as well. I could actually consider, I could move this back one here. It's not clipping through the wall there yet. It will if I move it back a block, though, because it's right against it right now. Decisions, decisions, decisions. I think the idea of this was because of where the pool is, I wanted to have it. Yeah, one that, but yeah, I'm not as worried about that. I like it for the aesthetic of the entire walkway more than anything else. Chip this gravel out of here. Thank you. Oh, that's right. I got it. I haven't done it over here. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3 right here. I actually meant to check in my workbench while I was downstairs. And I meant to grab another one of these steel pickaxes. I've been just kind of slowly but surely working my tools and just keep recombining things of that nature. And all right, so basically now... I just... I want to do it. But I don't want to do it because the trees will all clip through the walls, but at the same time it'll look really fucking cool. Because, yeah, then that would be 1, 2, 3. Boom, I could literally, right there. I could do it if I wanted to. I don't know. I don't think I'll do it for now. I think we'll leave it for now. There we go. Yeah, so now you're looking at... Yeah. Just kind of opens that right up. I think that's actually why I moved... These trees, I think, were closer to the keep at one point. during the prior stages of the castle. But I think I actually did end up moving them back because of that. Because I didn't like it when they clipped through the walls as badly as they did. Because some of it was like insanely bad clipping. I think they actually do still clip through the wall on the back corridor. No, they don't. Actually, no, I don't think they do. Yeah, nope, they don't. Whatever. It's just that purist in me that's like, if I really felt like doing a lot of extra work, I would like move the wall back one, but then I'd have to redo a lot of stuff, and I am not going to do that. I like the castle structure the way it is. I do not want to play around with it anymore. Especially with A16 coming, it's just time to just get to work on it, you know? Just get it done. And this guy here. That guy there. And that guy there. So now... gravel in. I love the contrasting colors. That's one thing I've got to try to get into some of these rooms a little bit more, is some contrasting colors. The problem is I mean, unless I plant trees inside the keep, which it just looks stupid, you just don't have that option, unfortunately. Just doesn't look as good as you might want it to, or you might hope that it would, or whatever the case may be. Let's actually head downstairs. It is now daytime. And I did fight the 7th day horde. And I'll actually go ahead. I took some screenshots. I didn't feel like doing the entire horde night. And let me tell you, it was a snooze of a horde night too, because I had an initial burst of a bunch of zombies, but then like 2 would spawn at once, and that's it. Like, I would just get 2 over and over. I think just because it was the day 7 horde, like the first quote-unquote horde night in the game, I think they just hamper the amount of zombies that actually come at you. Like, you get an initial wave, and then once you're done with them, they only send a couple. So it was really just sad. And I'm sitting in there with like an SMG and my sniper rifle and stuff, and the funny thing is I saw zombie skins that I haven't seen in an eternity. Like, they must phase certain ones out as they bring in cops and ferals and soldiers and hazmat zombies, things of that nature. Because, like, I don't know, there's like a girl that's wearing like a sports bra and underwear or something. And then there's just a dude that looks sort of like those hungry zombies, the chicks with the really giant fat asses. There's guys that, you know, they look similar to them skin-wise, but those ones I haven't seen in an eternity, so they must just be like early horde zombies that they just phased out once you got into the later hordes. Why did I come to... oh, yes, that's why. You see I got a bunch of pickaxes cooking in here, and I actually have this here, and this is a little trick that I learned. You actually get the credit for it, and you'll get your toolsmithing points and stuff if your output's full, so that way it has to go into your actual inventory. And I don't normally exploit little game glitches like that, but you know what? My character got reset to day 1, and I don't give a shit, because that set me back. Like, I've had to spend so much time just working and mining and just doing stuff that I didn't want to have to do. So, yeah, I'm going to take that little advantage, and I don't care. I'm not going to feel bad about it. There we go. All right, so now let me go through here. And I've just got to open up a lot more of these walls and just kind of get ready to slap in a whole bunch of windows. We still got to put in the top ramps. I've got to do all these corridors, all these towers. So much stuff left to do here. So this is going to take me a few minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and buzz through all this for you. I will see you guys on the other side. Alright, and we're going to finish up this here. Boy, that took forever. I've still got the entire other wall to do. Alright, but unfortunately, I mean, the way that the arrow slits were lined up versus the way that these windows are going to get lined up, it just unfortunately just does not work together that way. And I don't know why I have this doorway as 2 blocks instead of 3. So I had to fix that as well. But, alright, let's get this here. And I'm not going to go as heavy with torches on the inside of the walls here. If I'm honest, I probably have too many torches in some parts of this castle. Just because it's so brightly lit. So let's see. So yeah, we're going to do the same thing here as we've been doing on the other side. Huge, huge window to match the door frame. Gonna look absolutely beautiful here. Yep, that there. Think I'll do the next one. Think I'll do the next one in between game sessions here or something like that, or in between videos. At the very least, I'll make you guys sit through another sped up section of me basically just chipping away at what this has done. And I mean, it's had to kind of have a little bit of a unique feel and flavor to it, only because, well, it just does. I'm going to put some torches right here inside of this doorway. There we go. And these are all 2 blocks, and I'd like to have torches centered, so I'm not even going to bother putting any more torches in here. It's not like I need them. You can see it's very, very well lit. Of course, got those around there. And these trees are in the way and not making my life any easier right now, unfortunately. You know what? This is going to happen. I need the wood anyway. And like I said, it's just, they're killing me. I just can't see anything out here to be able to place torches and do stuff. So let me buzz through these. I'll be right back. Boom. All right, there we go. All right, now I can freaking see out here. Drives me nuts, man. I love them. I love the decorative flourish that they add. I love the contrast that those nice, cool green colors add to the otherwise very, very warm yellow color that is dominating the castle from the flagstone and the torchlight. So, it just... man... Jeez, I'll have to do it on the other side as well, but that's alright. Like I said, I need the wood anyway. It's not going to hurt anything. And hey, always use those mining tool levels. Alright, so now we can place torches on the outside. I'm going to go more torch heavy on the outside of the castle than I did on the inside. Alright, so I think that inside of that wall is right where that is. So, yep, right there. Alright, and this guy here, I think what I'll actually do is I'm going to flank this window with torches. Yep, there we go. And put one in the middle here. Put one there. Yep, okay. Put one there. We're going to flank this window with torches. This big guy. There we go. Let's get one there. Get one. We're going to get 2 there. Hell with it. And we'll get that there. And I think that actually is good. I don't think I need any more there. And I actually don't think I really need this one down in the very end here. Since I've got this window flanked here. Yeah, I don't need that one. That looks good. Yep, I like that. Alright. So now comes part 2. I got to go throw all these ramps in here. I will go ahead and speed through this as well for you guys, and then we'll get the glass in, and then we'll be done with this entire section. So hang on for me. Alright, and 1, 2. Done and done. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at this outside. Just kind of want to see what it looks like. Thought I saw a zombie out here. That's why I kind of backed back into the frame of the window for a second there. Yeah, I think that that looks just way, way better. I think once you look at it from... Here, let's take a look from further away. Yeah, I just think, look at the feature that that adds to the side of it. I just think it looks so much better with that opened up there instead of just being that one solid wall. I just think it looks way, way better this way. I don't want it to be completely featureless. Yeah, you can see here, finished most of this corridor. I got like about a third of the back corridor and just this one little piece here. That's all I got left. I think I counted it out. I think it's 46. I need 46 more spikes. So that equates to roughly 2,000 of scrap iron, and then another 2,000 to upgrade them. So I need 4,000 scrap iron, basically. So I've got a couple more stores here, and there's a couple of stores in the city here. Where are they? They are... Yeah. There's my giant spire there. These stores right here. This is a... What is this? This is a crack-a-book. So I took that. And then this is a bank. So actually, you see this little bridge here? I actually made a little footbridge over between the roofs of the two. Blocked both of them off completely with a lot of concrete and everything. And then you can only get in via the roof. And then this is a... I think this is a shotgun store, and I think this is a Shamway Foods. So... And this is another Shamway right here. And then I think this might be another Crack-a-Book or something. There's a couple of duplicate stores all through the city. And I haven't looted a lot of them, so I've got to go to a few of them and collect the shit out of some scrap iron. But like I said, I think this just looks so much better. And I love the features now when you're walking down the hallway. Like, you got these nice big open windows. And like I said, if you really want to, all you got to do is jump up on the ramp and you can sort of see outside. I love the business class has that little bit of texture and that little bit of a tint to it, so it's not a perfect view. The good thing is, though, if I'm running down this hallway, say there's a cop outside, and cops would be the best example. I'm running along outside here. There's a cop outside. He's not going to see me and be able to spit acid. Whereas if the windows started here, he'd be able to probably see me, and then he'd spit acid at the windows and then blow up the windows. And I don't want that to happen, so I think that's absolutely fantastic. And why don't we, for now... I like to kind of do a bunch of stuff at once, which you guys I'm sure have noticed watching through my video series here. I'll get started doing something, then I'll be like, I don't want to do this right now. I'll go do this later, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm actually going to go ahead and go over, I think, to the shotgun store. And I don't think I cleared all the shelves out of that Crack-a-Book either, so I think I'll do that. Take this. We'll take this, even though I don't know why, because I have like level 1 right now as far as tools go. Or no, level 2 for my blunt weapons. I still don't have a book for spiked clubs, which is what I would prefer to use. So I'm just kind of stuck with this stupid thing. Let's see. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure I have some sand. And we'll get rid of clay. Plenty of wood. And where's the gravel go? Right in there. I don't think I actually need to take the gravel back, I think is the good part. Oh, I actually added glass to the sandbox, you'll see there. Since that's where I was putting it anyway. These adobe plates. And then just the flagstone will drop off. Yeah, that's perfect. Throw these seeds in here. Because, yeah, I'm going to have to chop those other trees down. I'm going to do a bunch of stuff, so I'm not too concerned with it right now. I will bring some wood with me, actually. Actually, no. No, I won't. We'll do rebar frames. And we're going to do some cement mix here. And we'll just do one full stack of wood. As I love boarding up and blocking off these stores so these zombies can't freaking... I mean, it's not that they... Because, I mean, sometimes they spawn inside of them, but it's not... It's just annoying. I love to secure these, make these places, you know, if I want to go visit them or if I want to go loot them, I like them to be kind of free from zombie interference. So I want to take the mini bike. I suppose I should. Just in case I get a lot of stuff I want to carry with me to bring back. I've still got stuff that's got to go to the Arctic Pit. I haven't been back to the Arctic Pit since the game reset. Since I ran through the tunnel on day 1 to get back to the castle here. Alright, let's go ahead and get up to these stores here. Like I said, they're just right up the street here. There's my beautiful spire. How's this thing holding up anyway? Let's drive right through here and see. Are any zombies been screwing with this thing? Yeah, they knocked those blocks out of there when I was up there last time. But it looks like nothing has been attacked since then, so that's pretty good. Oh, we got a winner. Looks like a spider zombie down there. Looks like we got another one walking over in that distance over there. Boom. Oh, doggy. Zombies are the thing to do to gain levels, too, because, man alive. With these really powerful guns that I still have, I can actually use this again now. Yeah, my pistol level's 14. I've been using the shit out of some pistols now. But, I mean, essentially, it's so nice. Bam. I hate spider zombies. Come on. Die! God damn it. Alright, I think that's the last of them. Alright, let me go ahead and speed through some cleanup here. Alright, welcome back, guys. And yeah, decided to go on extended silence there because a friend of mine called and I was on the phone. Then, hey, what am I going to do anyway? I was just going to scrap my way through this shotgun messiah anyway. And we are done doing that, so I'm actually going to throw a ladder up here somewhere. We'll do this. Yeah, we'll do this. Unfortunately, this is an iron fire axe, and unfortunately I need to get back in the habit of making steel tools again. My toolsmithing wasn't really high enough. So, there we go. We'll stick a ladder on here, and then we'll be able to take this to the roof where we can have our roof access. And what can I get rid of in here? Not a whole lot in terms... I was hoping for, I don't know, something, anything, really. All right, actually, I need to drink this. So that's actually kind of perfect. There we go. And we'll do some ladders. I need 6, I believe. I need 7. Up to the roof we will go. Boom. And there we go. Oh, got it. Air conditioning vents right there. No zombies in the area, at least not that I can hear. You can see there's that little bridge I was talking about before between those two. I may do some... This is a bigger gap to cover, though, so I don't know about doing that one. But I may do, like, the bank to the Shamway over to here. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. Still got a few more things I want to scrap here, too. Yeah, I was going to say, there's probably a dead body up here somewhere, too. There usually are in these stores. I scrap these air conditioners. There's those shopping carts downstairs I want to scrap. I'm kind of glad I found a wrench because I forgot to bring one. But that allowed me to scrap my way through all the lights. Yep, there he is. I got to scrap my way through all those lights and everything else that I would have had to come back for. Let's see. Yeah, this is garbage. We don't need a 190 shopping basket, that's for sure. Okay, so let's get these guys stripped down here. I'm actually going to fast forward through the rest of this stripping, and then we'll be back to finish up the video here, okay? I think we got it. I think we have completely scrapped everything that I want to scrap through here right now. This wrench is in a sad, sad state. Oh, my lord. It's clipping off like 18 health, and that's it from this stuff now. All right, and again, only way you can get in here now is through the roof. Relatively zombie-proof, at the very least. Booyah. And one more light. And we'll officially be done. And I kind of wanted to free up some inventory space there at the very end, just in case I ran out of space, in case I got too much iron, because I actually noticed that I was at like 49 or 4,800, something like that. But I said I needed 4,000 to be able to finish the moat, and I've definitely got it. So the moat will be able to be finished. That'll be one of the next things I end up working on. And why not? Take that too. All right, but yeah, there we go. Shotgun Messiah is completely deconstructed here. And yeah, there's our access point right there. Love that spire just hanging out over there. Yeah, that's kind of a big span to try to cross. So I don't think I'm going to waste the time to build a little footbridge over to that. I only did it between the bank and that Crack-A-Book because they're so close together. That Crack-A-Book actually still has a ton of stuff in it that I could still scrap out of it. I didn't have a good pickaxe when I was doing it. And this is another one of these fun things. See? Can't put blocks in there because the game thinks there's stuff there. So... And then the bank actually had that happen too, and I actually had to build 2 huge walls in here. Look at this. This whole section is missing. And you see how I can put blocks there, because I actually tore half of this out because this half of it was missing. And I just built this whole huge concrete wall in here to kind of compensate for it. Makes me so mad, though. It drives me absolutely nuts, and I don't know why the game does that. Whether it just must, when it's rendering everything, it must just think there's something there, and then there's really not, or... whatever the case may be, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, you can see here, there's still tons of shelves in here. There's still all this other stuff in here. I'm not going to sit in here and do this right now. I want to get back to the castle and drop off everything. And where's my ladder? There it is. I literally just got enough to build this damn ladder in here. But I can still come back here and I can still scrap a lot of stuff. I've been trying to do banks, as many banks as I can. There's the town that's up near the trader. I did the bank there as well. And there's a bank in the original town that I scrapped a long, long time ago. Well, not scrapped, but I opened it up and opened up all the safes and everything. So I went back there and collected everything from there again. And I actually have been going through all those and scrapping all of the cash registers and all of the lighting so I can get all the electronical components, electric parts, and things of that nature. So I can build more stuff. Alright, but that's pretty much going to do it for this video, guys. I know this was a long one, at least recording-wise. Once I speed up a lot of these really long sections of building and scrapping, it won't be nearly as bad. But I do know that this is a pretty long video. By the time we get to the next video, we're going to be mostly done with the castle. I'm going to finish the rest of this window work in an off video session when I play. So, I'm not 100% sure... what else I'm going to do with the castle. I'm always thinking about different things to do. I mean, there's still relatively featureless, all these big open rooms and stuff, but I'm not going to fill them up too much with a lot of stuff anyway, because, I mean, let's be 100% honest, there's not a lot of, like, castle-style decor, which is kind of like the things I would like. Like, I mean, I kind of built this. This is, like, one of the coolest things that I built in this thing, I really think. Is this whole thing where I got all these hay bales and all these logs and the little forge there and stuff. I like that. I think that's really cool. But I also don't want to do that everywhere either because, I mean, again, we've talked about contrast in this video. All yellows and all, you know, mildly warm colors where there's no contrast. So, all right, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. I do want to thank everybody for watching. Please hit that like button. Please share. Please subscribe. Tell your friends if they like playing 7 Days to Die. Please check out all of my other videos. They're all on the playlist here on the channel. Please check us out over at epicfilmguys.com where you can catch our weekly podcast. We're a film comedy podcast. We do all sorts of fun stuff. We just had an amazing show where we recorded. We had 10 different people on the microphone at different times, and it's going to be kind of a nightmare to edit once I get started on that in just a moment here, but it was an absolute blast to do, and I can't wait to do it. So thank you very much, everybody, for watching, and we will see you next time. Peace.